Hey guys, welcome to another session of science class with Jagan. On my stream, I titled this Weekend Science Class, and we're gonna go into some art analysis on some artifacts. Mainly, I think popular demand is mainly waifus, but there's not much guys, I think, on the thing. So people would like do a scientist emote. Yeah, I should actually. Scientist emote for my thumbnails too. Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of stuff. One thing I have to say though is that the art in the artifacts definitely have that Magic the Gathering, those kind of card game vibes, which I really love because like the illustration type is so different. How do you even describe it? It's more painterly, I think. So I definitely like it. So even if it was like a hero that, you know, is already in the game that we have. So for example, like Dizzy here, like this is way more like painterly. So I really love this. So that's really good. So just a foundation to all the stuff we're gonna look at. But I want to take a look at like, you know, some of the females here. I want to see some of them as heroes. I want to see some of the heroes. I don't know about you guys. And then I mean, I'll bring up some anatomy aspects to this. Some of the artifacts, the anatomy doesn't really make sense. I'm actually gonna turn on my my trusty screen that I can, like, you know, draw on. So let me swap it. All right, this way. At least when I'm you know, making some references, we're gonna be cough Rnl. Yeah, Rnl. We're gonna be talking about it, man. Like, some of the stuff doesn't really make sense. So for the Abyssal Crown Lady, I think this is cool. I will have to say though, I mean, check this out. Like, art critique level. If you take a look at this, so I'm gonna change the pen color so you guys can see. Actually, I'm gonna change. Yeah, pen color is good. I think red. If you take a look at this head should be like this. I think. But the flames are giving the impression that the head kind of cuts off here. So it doesn't look like she has, is it anatomy? Yeah, it's anatomy, right? Yeah, hold on, let me actually make this brush bigger. You guys are seeing my pro skills. Whoa, what? Okay, there, that's big. Yeah, there you go. So the head should be like this. But I don't know, it looks like the crown ends here and then the flames start from this, so it feels like she has a cut head. But I do kind of want her. I wonder though. I wonder what. Obviously, I think if she becomes a hero, I think she would be a mage. But this is where I'm just like, you know, they're releasing heroes along with the artifact, but then what about the artifacts that had heroes on them? You know, but they're not released. So is it possible? Hopefully it's possible. She anatomy wise, I think it makes sense. I mean, you can see the buttocks down here is kind of pushed, so it really looks like she's leaning back. This part of the back is most likely not touching the back of the throne that she's on, and of course the pressure point is around her shoulder blades here. So these 2 points are probably like the biggest pressure points, which makes sense. So this one I will rate it, other than the head, this one's sort of accurate. This one's pretty accurate in terms of, like, you know, if it makes sense or not. Let's go back. Let's go to the next one. You're laughing at the way I pronounce buttocks? You don't think that's right? Hey man, hey, I grew up as an artist. My dad teaches art, so I kind of. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, never mind. I see it now. I thought her arm was missing, the one that's holding the actual scepter. This one, we talked about this last time. It was on a different stream, but not recorded on a video. I'm just gonna take that. Someone said that she's a lolly, and I was saying that this is definitely not a lolly. Here, I'm gonna teach you guys the proportion here. Like, if you take the head, generally when it comes to like models, we're talking about like Victoria's Secret or like professional models. Generally, the proportions are like, they're really tall, and generally it's like 8 heads. They use the head as the proportion. So if that's a head right there, a model would usually have eight of her height would be like made up of 8 heads. So like that would be like 1. Like you can imagine like that's 1 head. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you might be thinking, holy crap, that's an insanely long person. But this is actually not. If you take a look at this, I'm just gonna teach you guys again art lesson stuff. I'm gonna use the blue now to actually I'm gonna use the yellow so you guys can see it. If you take like a neck that's like right there, and then like let's say a woman model, even guys, this applies to guys too. So the body's like right there, like the hips are like right here, and then the legs are generally like this. So you can see, because the hip that I drew, this box, is connected to the butt right here. So like the legs would be like about like that long, and then the last bit, as you can see on the Atisa scepter, this girl here, if her name is Atika or Atisa, you can see it that her legs are really long. You can see that? You see that? It's very long compared to her head. So I'm not exaggerating on my side drawing here, but yeah, so that would be like usual model stuff. Now, if you're a regular person, let's say if you're like 6 foot or taller, your proportion should be about a 7 head proportion, whereas models usually have an 8 head proportion, right? So you can imagine, see, that's a person right there. So you can kind of see it. It's like it's possible, right? So I'm not. When I drew the 8 heads, you'd be like, whoa, what the frick? Like why so long? But you could take a look at it. Well, 9 foot humans, possibly, but not really like a lot. Most models are about 8 head proportions. But yeah, so Atika or Atisa's here is definitely not a lolly. That's what someone said before, but she's not. You can tell, like the proportions here is pretty accurate to the one I drew on the side based on her head. Now, of course, there are lolly artifacts, so we'll get to that. I'll point it out. Oh, actually, in terms of this though, rating wise, I don't really like her in terms of like, she looks like she's very high school cliquey, you know, like she thinks she's really beautiful, and then therefore she's gonna look down on everyone. She has that face, you know. Whoa, hey, no, Mipples, this isn't about me. Mipples asked how tall are you, Jagan? I'm not gonna reply. Now I'm gonna skip the guys on this. I'll go for just the females. This one, okay, this one is interesting. We definitely got a really good, so Smilegate really wanted to do this angle. This is obviously a top-down angle. You can see, I'm gonna use a red pen again, so you guys can see this a bit more. But you can see definitely like the bust is pretty crazy. I'm not gonna draw the whole thing because people are gonna laugh at me. Chatty, the lantern, is actually blocking her waistline, but her waistline should be like about here, and it goes down, and you can see the curvature of her buttocks. And again, but with the shortening of the legs here, it's obviously that the camera angle is a top down, so you can see. Like here, I'm just doing the drawing of the heel there, but yeah, but obviously because the head is like this big, so like, you know, if she has like calves that are that long and her head is this big, obviously that's not realistic. So I mean, that doesn't take too much art lesson. Obviously, there's a lot to talk about Cirilla, but I'm not gonna be talking about it too much. I don't think there's much to talk about. We already have her as a hero, so that's good. But in terms of art on this one, I think, you know, it's obviously they're not really selling Chatty. I mean, again, the artifact is called Chatty, but look at the focus. I mean, the focus, Chatty is like this big, but this is like the same size. So I mean, you know, you're really drawing the attention to something else. You're not really talking about the actual artifact. So I felt that was kind of like I got baited, you know. So that's not a good thing, I suppose. Necro and Undine, I'm not gonna talk about this one too much. I mean, Dizzy, other than her face looking very seductive, I don't think there's much to talk about. Anatomy wise, I guess it kind of makes sense, although I think it is a bit exaggerated. Actually, let me point this out. Anatomy wise, it is a bit exaggerated. Now everyone does like this. I mean, this curve, But look at that. That is like, that's pretty extreme, I have to say. Her chest ends here, her waist go down like this, and it just like boom, like that. It flows. But someone said thick. Jazz, yeah, I fell for the SG trap, man. It's just like, yeah, this is about chatty. Nope. Necro and Undine, I do like the dynamic, of course, between Necro and Undine on the top there. But is this why everybody is at the science class? I don't think so. I think you guys are looking for something else. But otherwise, that contrast between good and bad, I suppose, it's kind of interesting. Spirit's Breath. Now, Luluka is a lolly. All right. She might not be the lolliest of lollies, but she definitely is. Again, judging by our head proportion lesson, look at this. I draw the head like that. It's about her size. Yes, maybe I made it a bit bigger than she is. My outlining sucks, so you can tell I color outside the lines when I was a kid. But you take that head proportion, you compare it to the leg, right? So this was like on Atisa Scepter. This leg was kind of like the calf portion was probably like our best way to tell the proportions. Now this head shape looks like about 1.5. So yeah, definitely not. Her head would be like, she'd be probably about a 6 head proportion. Yeah, probably 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, 6 head proportion. So 1 2 3 4, it's 5, and then 6. Yeah, you can tell right there. All those blobs. 1 2 3 4. Yeah, 6. Yeah. Just draw it right. 5. Yeah. So, but Luluka, I have to say though, Luluka as a character and even the artifact, she's very beautiful. Even though I think that in the story she's kind of derpy, which makes me drawn to her personality. I kind of like her for that reason. But sadly, I still never got her built. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Wait, what? Odinson? Odinson said, I thought the science class was theory crafting. Lol. Too bad, you got baited. Okay, so Dignus Orb, I brought this up before, which is interesting. I can compare it again, and then this time at least in a video and a drawing. But this chest slit is definitely not in the right area. Now, I'm not going to draw the thing that we're thinking of when. So there's okay, in case someone is as dense as I am usually, I'm not gonna draw the thing that the slit is trying to reveal. Okay, so we'll keep in mind that the target, so to speak, is not in the same area as her hero. So her slit is right here, right? Oh man, I'm gonna get demonetized, I swear. But if you compare her now with the hero, it's definitely really weird. So notice the target that I set there. I'm gonna change the color, make it like lime, so that way you can contrast what I just drew on the red there. So like this. Okay, so that's where the slit is there. But then if you take a look at the actual hero, which perfect, we're in the hero's journal. If you take a look at the actual hero, it was pointed out to me. I didn't find this out myself. I actually didn't. That the slit is in a totally different area. This one, I would say that this slit is in a not so family friendly area, a very like Monka's kind of area. So you guys can see when I drew the initial slit on the artifact versus this one, it's very positioned differently. This one's pointed to the other side, to the outside. Wait, what? Why did they even make the slit on the side? Well, Mipples, I think it was like purposeful, right? They're targeting a certain audience. I think that's the reason. I mean, there's no other reason to do it, to be honest. Otherwise, yeah. Well, this is not a hero discussion. This is artifact specific, but I do have my comments on Vivian. Maybe that's for another video if you guys ever want to see it. But I'm gonna go back to the artifact. So yeah, that's my rating on the Dignus Orb. But in my opinion, though, the Dignus Orb although the art is great, I don't like Vivian's face on this one. Compared to her hero face, I think this one is a bit kind of like, eh. Like, she doesn't look as beautiful. Yeah, she's got that seductive. What's that? What was that show called before? Is it Roger Rabbit? There was that the girl in Roger Rabbit. She was supposed to be like the you know, she was supposed to be hot or whatever, and she always has like one eye covered. Jessica? Yeah. There you go. Yeah, Jessica Rabbit, right? Wasn't her last name Rabbit too? But anyways, yeah, Jessica, like this, when I saw Vivian, that's what it reminded me of, like, first and foremost. Yeah, Jessica Rabbit, yeah. That's what it reminded me of. So it's supposed to be like seductive or whatever, but this eye doesn't actually do it. And maybe it's the smile too. The way I draw it makes it look so ugly now. But the hero does have that vibe. It has that Jessica Rabbit vibe, and it pulls it off pretty well. Even though she's dark hair, black hair, but this one doesn't have that same vibe. So I feel that the essence of Vivian is not there at all. And then plus, of course, the dress. It's like she's just kind of. It's like she's the cosplayer of Vivian, trying to be Vivian, but she's not. You know what I'm talking about? You go to Comic-Con and you see cosplayers just like, yeah, your costume looks right, but your face doesn't. Ooh. Okay, I hit hard. Sorry, my bad. All right, so Elbrus Ritual Sword. I love this one. If I remember correctly, isn't she like related to Assyria or something? I saw her in the story, right, a couple times. So at least we know that this character, I think, if it's her, it might be someone else actually, or someone that looks like her. But if it is her, wait, what? It's like these "we have that at home" meme. Oh, I don't even know what that meme is. I'll check it. Wait, let me check it out. Hold on one sec. I'm looking at it right now. Although I'm not showing it on the screen, just in case I run into something that would be flagged. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, Vivian and her artifact. Okay, I get it. Yeah. Yeah. Back to so is she in the story? Is she the one that do you guys know what I'm talking about? There was an elf lady that I thought was related to Assyria, but I think it's her. Although if it is the same one, you guys can confirm it. But if it is the same girl, though, I think the former leader of the elves, who died from Nogel, is she the same one? If it is, I have to say that her bust in the artifact looks smaller than it did in the game. But that's why I'm not 100% sure if it is her. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why I'm not 100% sure if it's her. But if she is a released character, in my opinion, she looks really cool. Like, I mean, yeah, elves are like pretty hot, but her armor and stuff looks good too. Like check this out. Like, that glove looks like she's like a really, like, strong warrior. But on the other hand, doesn't even have the armor. That looks so cool. It's a sword, I'm assuming. But yeah, this is pretty good. The artifacts is King of Elves. Wait, what? Let's see. A ceremonial sword handed down by the elves 1,000 years. The blade is infused with several springs of magic. That's the description on the side. The person who owns this sword becomes the King of Elves. So my Charles then is the King of Elves now. Oof. Oh, is it like Charles's armor? Oh, it is, right? Because Charles does have a gauntlet on one of the hands too. Oh, are they in the same order? The order of the... Is it the sword? The lion shoulder pad? Is that a lion though? Doesn't look like a lion. Hold on, wait, let me see. So, cool. You getting a lot of feedback on the stream. That one doesn't look like a lion. I know Charles's. I know my Charles. But yeah, I don't think that one looks like it though. But this it still looks cool. Still looks cool. Definitely if she ever is a released hero, I'll definitely go for her just for the character design. I think she's so cool looking. You put the screenshot in okay, one sec. Protein bar put in some screenshots for me to compare this to the wait, which general? Sorry, wait. Which gen? I didn't see it. Oh, there you go. Oh no, it's totally different. No, she's totally different. So this, yeah, okay. So here, actually, I'll open this because this is a small gate R2. This is the one I'm thinking of. This was the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, okay. So it's been a long time since so her name is Elder Saria, I suppose. Saria. Yeah, this is nah, not the same for sure. Not the same. The sizes are different. You're talking about yeah, totally different. Eyes are different too. Although I guess all the elves have green eyes because the Siri does too. Blonde hair, green eyes. Yeah, totally different. Okay, so then hopefully this Elbrus Ritual Sword Lady will come as one of the heroes. That'd be cool. Definitely really cool. Although I don't think that her name is Elbrus. I think the Elbrus Ritual Sword is probably the sword's name itself. So wonder what the elf will be called. Huh. Noble Oath is a guy. Justice for All is a guy. Sword of Azura. Oh, okay. So Vivian, I don't know. I not feeling this one in my opinion in terms of like, I mean, yeah, we got like the attitude waist position. So like this is like completely straight, but she's not really on an angle. I mean, she's got this here. I'm gonna draw these lines. So these are like attitude lines. Like this is when you draw like a. So the hip to hip here is a straight line like that. And the shoulder lines are like this. So if anybody ever wants to draw kind of like this attitude stance, that's what you have to focus on. You need to make sure that the shoulder angle and the hip angle are in the opposite direction. If it is on the same direction, it's going to look really awkward. It's going to look like she's kind of slanted. But if you want to, because you have to strike this symmetrical balance. So look at that. The head is tilted this way, right? Head is tilted this way. So you have to strike this symmetrical balance in the center for it to look like the weight is going on her, would that be her right leg, but screen left. Okay, so screen left leg, the weight is on this foot because the balance is like that. So you look at my awesome science description. Yeah, you could tell like the weight is forced on this side, like that. Yeah, man, this is pretty good, man. I'm actually impressing myself. Impressing myself. This is pretty good. Let me erase this. Let me see. What you guys talking about? You guys saying that Mipple's saying that you like the art. I don't mind the art. It's just like attitude-y, but feels like you can kind of forget about it, I think. Oh, actually, I just noticed there are two guys in the back, but they're faceless. But that's a good option too. Otherwise, people would be like, "Ooh, is that a possible hero?" Right? Protein says this looks more mathematical to me. I like it. Yeah, man. In art, okay. So sometimes, like when you're looking at like fan art or even just like even professional art, why sometimes, even if the character doesn't look good or even the art doesn't look good, but why sometimes like it catches your attention is because like they pay attention to like mathematical lines or whatever, and our eyes are naturally drawn to those kind of patterns. Yeah, so just saying. But yeah, this one's okay. But waifu, not as much to me. In terms of like high rated. This one. I have to say, well, John, thank you, or TYTY. It's not exactly golden ratio, but yes, that's one of the things that do draw our eyes. Yes. So if we see like if a guy is handsome or if a girl is beautiful or whatever, generally they have some really good proportions, and even if you break down like just the eyes, just the nose, just the mouth, and they don't look good, you're just like, oh, I wonder why they feel good to look at. It's because most likely some proportional thing. So I want her. I want this Sigurd Scythe girl. She's really cool. Armor wise is awesome. It reminds me of like kind of like Kayron and Straze or Strays. Their kind of armor, where it's kind of this like random, I don't know, it's not scaly exactly, but it's like random. It's like organic pieces, so it's not like geometrical really, but it's very like it looks really cool. It looks like it's like formed from molten lava, you know. But actually, I just noticed her waist is really small. Her waist is puny. I wish I could zoom in. Actually, can I zoom in? No, I can't. I can't zoom in anymore on the setup right now. But her waist is that small. That's the end of her armor. Judging if the armor has some thickness, her waist would be like there. That is a small waist. That's a very small waist. Though she does have a sort of model proportions. Her head's like that, and her legs are down here. Oh, well, her heel kind of ends here. Maybe not as a Atisa Scepter kind of model, but definitely a 7 head, or at least 7.5 head. It's Crozzet's armor? Crozet has this armor? No. Hey, Code, welcome to stream. And then I want her to come with the horse. I think that's cool. I mean, her scythe looks deadly too. I mean, it's got all these like skeletons on it. Maybe she's like the Grim Reaper kind of equivalent. But the horse looks cool. Very demonic. It has demonic eyes too. It's not just glowy eyes. It literally has that snake eye slit right there. So it looks like a demon. Yeah, she's cool. I really like her. Like ever since I saw her artifact from a long time ago, I was like, oh man, it would be so cool if she was a hero. For a long time I thought she was. Durandal, is Durandal a female or is that a guy? You guys tell me. Is this a girl or a guy? Pretty sure it's a guy, right? It's a guy? It's a trap? Wait, someone said female, guy, girl? Okay, wait. For real, what do you guys think? Okay, this is a split. Alright, so I can't comment on this because if I go down this line and it turns out to be a guy, I'm gonna feel bad about it. Okay, so looks like, at least from the stream chat, looks like half of the people are saying guy, half the people are saying girl. In that case, I'm gonna leave this. So because this is on a recording, this is for YouTube as well. So if you guys on YouTube, let me know what you guys think. Is Durandal, the character in Durandal here, is this a guy or a girl? If it's a girl, it's kind of like Armin, where you don't really see girly features, because Armin looks like a hobbit. I'm gonna get so much hate. I know a lot of people think Armin is cute. I hated Armin ever since the beginning, but but it could be. I mean, let's see here. Let me get some proportions. The camera angle is looking like it's a bottom looking up view. So technically the head should be smaller and the legs and the okay, so look, check this out. I'm gonna make a bigger board here so I can do a better illustration for you guys. Hold on, let me scroll down here. Okay. Yeah, if a camera view is going from the bottom looking up, I'm gonna draw on the side here. So let's take the waist here, for example. I'm gonna draw a line here so you guys can see. If this is like the top down view, or sorry, not top down, a bottom up view, like the waist would be like this. I'm drawing cylinders so you guys can see it in perspective. And then the waist is like kind of like this, or the torso rather. And then the head, you can see that this is a bottom down view because the chin is actually leaving you this cylinder, a bottom cylinder. So if anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, you look at your cup. You take a cup that you have beside you. Most likely you have a cup. Maybe you're sipping on some cool lemonade. Take the cup. You look down from it, and you'll see the bottom cylinder, while the top is capped off like that, right? So you can imagine if that's a cup, cup head. but you can take it. You can tell because the shadow is giving away that shape. So for sure, it's a bottom looking up angle. So if the head is like this, okay. So that's a pretty bad proportional head. The proportion is not right, but if it's looking up like that, technically the legs should look longer, right, or bigger because you're doing this. Essentially, you're doing this, all right. So like you're doing that, and then the legs would be like boom, and then now that looks like a towering beast, right? Like check out my stick man. I'm trying to copy the thing, holding that cool sword, and the sword is like. Ching, and then see that's the sword there. So although not a 1-to-1 ratio, if we're taking that as our our theory, then this person is very, very short, like lolly level short or kid level. Although the face, I have to say, does not have any youthfulness to it other than the eyes. It does look sort of like maybe, I don't know, like 18, 20-year-old. But the head proportion, if you take a look at this, the head proportion is like, oh no, that's bad. That's bad. Head proportion is like this. All right. So if that's the head, and we're assuming that the angle is like this, technically the head should be smaller, but the shoulders are like right here, the arm is right here. Like this person has a really small body and really big head. You can take a look at that. So whatever because this is the knee, so the leg is like this, and the leg is like this. So whatever the proportion may be, this person is actually really short. So you can take that. That's the waist there. Yeah, that's a really bad knee. But you can see this, drawing this skeletal structure. The hand is positioned toward us, so the cylinders cap off like that. And then the knuckles on top here. Yeah, so it's like this. The hand on this one is kind of weird. I never noticed that. But it's like that. So, but yeah, you can see, man, this is like this person is actually really small. This person is really small. That's a very short sword then, and it looks like a claymore. Yeah, it probably is actually small. Let's see, the artifact describes the soft light emitted by the sword shields its owners from all injuries. Okay, that doesn't really give us much. Yeah, I don't see how this sword can be like a claymore level, like the one that Ed Stark used in Game of Thrones. I don't think it's that. On the first episode, I don't know if anybody still remembers. Oops, I pressed save. Yeah, so I'm gonna close that. So yeah, your thoughts would be nice, guys. Like, is this a girl or guy? I'll leave that for the YouTube to do it. That will probably be a question that will remain unanswered. Actually, if I get to talk with ever talk to like Smilegate developers or whatever, I'll probably ask them actually as one of my major questions. Is that a girl or a guy? No. We haven't gotten to Rnl yet, man. We haven't gotten to Rnl. Rnl is the biggest one. Luna, I don't think there's much to be said. I mean, we're so used to Luna now. I mean, she's a released hero. Not much to talk about other than again, this is the Cirilla kind of thing. But at least for Luna, there is really no what do you call? Well, actually, no, it's still baiting. If you're comparing it to Cirilla, it's still baiting because Cirilla is chatty, so it's talking about the lantern. The Ubirus' tooth, I'm assuming that means the spear, and really the spear doesn't even get the full hero shot because it's cut off by the icon on the top. Whereas again, Luna and certain assets are taking the screen. Oh wait! I just realized her waist again is very, very weird. Holy crap. Okay. Actually, guys, if you take a look, she has Rnl type of waist. That's her waistline. Like, the armor is like right here, but this is her waistline. And it goes like this. Right? I'm a bit exaggerating, I suppose, but that's where that's the end of her ribs down here. That's the end of the ribs. This is the waist. goes to the torso there, under the legs. Her legs are a bit far apart. It's like this, but I think they're doing it on purpose too. But yeah, the waist is pretty crazy. It's crazy actually. You don't really notice this, to be honest. You could use her back arc as a coffee table. Says I'm sleep. Yeah, we're gonna get to the Rnl spine. This is already uncomfortably, like, you know, like really weird. Though, you know, some people might argue, wait, dragon, she's a dragon, so her spine, if I connected like this as like the top of the spine goes like this, and then her tail kind of balances out. You know, you're gonna get those comments. Her spine connects to the tail, so that hip thrust makes total sense. No, I don't think so. That doesn't really. But anyways, you bruise the tooth. Okay, Luna, cool. Yeah, Luna obviously sold really well. I think there was actually a online like graph. I remember seeing it. It's like all of the banners and how well they sold in terms of like how I guess how many pulls people pulled, and Luna was like by far I think the most pulled hero out of like everyone. I think even up to Guilty Gear. So it was quite interesting though. Dragons have different anatomy. Yeah. Border coin. Yeah, well, Sirmia was never known to be hot. Okay, pun not intended. She's not hot in the other senses, but yeah, she might be hot because she's fire. But she's never meant to be hot. I mean, she has very like she's really well dressed, I think. Her assets aren't the biggest brags. Those legs are not bad. I'm a leg man. And I think a couple of you guys already know that. I remember seeing a couple of YouTube comments saying that, oh, so Jagan's a leg man, because I'm always really drawn to like drawing legs or whatever. So yeah, Sirmia is okay, and I've actually never really liked Sirmia as the look. She's like not cute, but she's not pretty, and her hair's too crazy. Her hair looks like Blanca from Street Fighter, or Blanca, depends how you pronounce it. Blanca from Street Fighter. It's too wild for me, so I don't really like it. But I know some people are just like redhead. Don't tell Kyle. No, I think Kyle knows. Kyle loves Sirmia, but I gotta say it, man. From an artistic point of view, yeah, I don't know. Sirmia doesn't got the cuteness of like Luluka or whatever, and she's not hot. She doesn't have the hot eyes. She has the angry eyes, right? So you just know that like she's a bad girl, not in what you guys are thinking, but like kind of, you know, we know that she's a gambler from her story, but she's like uncontrolled, you know. A ponytail Sirmia would be perfect. Ponytail would definitely help it. I think, you know, yeah, I think one of the things that really kind of just like made me go like meh is that she has like the wild hair. So yeah, maybe a ponytail would help. Could I quickly let's draw blue. Maybe that way we'll take our attention off the red hair. Let's try blue. I'm gonna draw a really quick one. So Smilegate, if you're watching this, maybe a ponytail Sirmia's skin. That would be cool. I think we could keep her bangs. Let's keep her bangs. Let's go. We'll give her the bloop, bloop. We'll keep those. Kind of like cutesy. And then we'll just imagine her hair kind of like stops there. Let's see here. How do I make it into a ponytail? This is all good. We'll keep that. And then back here, ponytails. Okay, another art lesson tip with Jagan. Ponytails are kind of a weird one. I'm just gonna round off the head for a sec. She looks like a someone with like a derpy hat, like a helmet. That but wait. I'm gonna give you guys a quick tip, and this is also a real life tip. This is for me. I'm gonna draw like a couple back of the heads. If there's women in the audience, hopefully I don't offend you, but I personally like ponytails tied higher than tied lower. So we have seen both. Let's say these are the back of the heads, okay guys? Back of the heads. If there's a ponytail tied down here, let's just draw the hair, and then let's just do the ponytail like that. Okay, ponytail tied down here, and a ponytail tied upwards. And if the hair has a proportion, it'll be more like this, right? ponytail tied higher in real life and in drawings or whatever usually signify youth more. Usually signifies youth more, but ponytails tied down here generally under the 50% of the head generally signify the person is a lot older. That's just the thing. So can you imagine, like, let's say a young girl tying up the hair like this for the image on the left, and then like an old granny on the right. Can you imagine it? It's real. It's a true fact. If you take like if you no, seriously, if you take like a anime character and you're good at Photoshop, or you draw it, just draw, like, literally sketch a ponytail that's tied higher, sketch a ponytail that's tied lower with the same youthful face, and it will give you an older vibe. The one on the right will give you an older vibe. All right, so for this one, because I think I want Surmia like maybe we go her like crazy. No, my drawing don't work. She looks even crazier than wait, maybe blue hair Surmia? Nah, she'll be redhead, but the hairstyle, gotta color it in so you guys are not distracted by the actual red hair. Hold on. Oh my god, she looks like Sonic the Hedgehog. She looks like Sonic. Gotta go fast. Gotta go faster. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, actually, wait, what? Bikin? Yeah, that's true. Actually, it does look like Bikin, eh? Actually, no, it's okay. I would take this skin. I would take this skin. Maybe give her an extra bloop on the top here. Bloop. Maybe here. Bloop. Bloop. Alright, now I'm just going crazy. Okay. No. No, I can't do it. It's a helmet. Yeah, it's a helmet. What form of science is this? Hey man, this is true science, right? This is ponytail science. I give you guys some really good facts in case you guys need to draw ponytails. Anyways, my rating on Surmia, I actually realized I think she has a little fang here. Kind of like the Lilibet S3. That little fang. Okay, let's go back. Alright, oh, we're getting to what you guys want. Junkyard Dog is a guy. Creation and Destruction. Lilibet. Not much comment on this one. There's not much really like dynamicism to this. She's literally kneeling, which makes this, like, the whole art feel like a lot less cool. But I guess the actual artifact literally is not that cool. I still, mine is at a max plus 15, and I still have yet to get it to proc. I think I've never gotten it to proc. Maybe once, but I've used it quite a bit and it doesn't work. It doesn't work, man. I hate this artifact. The chance is so low. The chance is so low. But 15%, I guess. I don't know. This one I'm not gonna comment on too much. There's not much to talk about. But yeah, it looks like she, yeah. Rnl, man. This is the home hitter, man. This is the big one. All right. So spine shattering kind of art here. This, I have to say, I never noticed this before. Like when I was initially looking at Rnl, I was focused on the face. I'm always a face person first. You guys don't think that I'm lying here. I'm always a face person first, and then I'm a leg person. So immediately when I come upon this, like the first time I saw this, I'm like, okay, I see two faces. Cool. Two faces. I noticed the butterflies, and I'm like, oh, there are no legs. At least they're not really clear. So I'm like, okay, I just stopped looking. Next time I looked at it, I just noticed this. I'm like, what the heck? There's like a car crash that happened here. And then on, like, I would say, like, I don't know, like the 20th time after, then I'm like, what the heck happened? What the heck happened to this? What is this? And I'm like, I really don't know. How is that even humanly possible? Like, if we thought that, like, Luna and Cyrilla's hip twist was bad. This one takes the cake, man. This one takes the cake. Let me just clean this up. Look at this. Like, this is already not helping the cause, because the girl on the left, her spine like starts like right there. Her head is facing like this way. It's like straight up like this. So the angle is pointing this way. I'm gonna draw an arrow so you guys see that. Angle is pointing this way. So her spine has to start relatively parallel to the arrow I drew. Now the chest here does confuse it, but she is squishing quite hard. So I can imagine that her spine at least is compressed up to this point. But if we follow the line, I don't think this makes sense. And by the time we hit here, the spine is in the middle, like right there. That's where the tailbone ends off. So I'm like, that is 90 degrees. Yes, it's literally 90 degrees. They don't have a spine? Yeah, they don't have a spine, man. This isn't even possible. I mean, I voice crack when it's something ridiculous, or yeah, you know, when I pull a 5-star ML because it's ridiculous. I voice cracked for this just now because this is just insanely wrong. It doesn't make sense. And then if you take into portion that, okay, that's the skeletal structure. It's just like Jagan, 90 degrees is not that bad, but then she has like actual, like, she has flesh, right? It's flesh and bone, right? It's not just bone. So if you look at this, like, I mean, the shoulders go there, but then the torso, like how is it managed to twist it? So it's not only twisting this way. Let me do a blue pen really quick. It's not only twisting this way, like, so we're talking about the XY axis. It's not only twisting XY axis, it's also twisting on Z depth. Wait, does that make sense? Z depth. Yes, it's twisting Z depth. So she's going this way, like in 3D. She's twisting her torso like this. So there's two twists. So this is a Z depth twist, and then we had the XY axis like that. So I mean, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense at all. And then not only is the hips already in a really crazy compromised position. I'm gonna go back to the red pen for a sec. Then this leg shoots out. So only after I followed her spine did I realize that this leg, this one, belongs to the girl on the left, right? Yeah, it belongs to the girl on the left. See, I'm confused. This is contortionist maximus. That's my scientific term. Isn't that how you do science? Like, you give them Latin names? Contortionist maximus. And then this leg. Wait. I gotta highlight this. This might be missed. Look at this leg. The left leg. That's Red's leg, right? Yeah, it is. If you take a look at the red girl's left leg. So this right now, what I'm drawing right now, this is the left buttock. This is the left buttock. But there's a line right here. Okay, I'm gonna erase this so you guys can see it again. There's a line right there. That is to say that her leg is coming out of this. So, like, because the line is straight left, it's horizontal. Does this mean her legs do this? You know? Does it mean that she goes like... Oh, sorry, my thing... Does it mean that she goes... So let me finish off this buttock. Is she doing this? Can you imagine? Oh, let me. That's an insane position. Like, she's like doing a ballerina pose. Let me redraw this canvas so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So again, follow this. Sorry, I actually gave her a bit. I nerfed her just a bit, but follow the hip. Okay, so that one is this one. We established this is her leg, her waist in here, and her legs go like that, right? Okay, and then that's the bottom of the leg. Okay, but then this line says that she's doing this. So that's like a ballerina pose level. And depending how tall they are, I'm gonna assume that she has her toes pointed like that. You see this? You guys see this? Yeah, of course, gymnastics. Yes. How does this not make sense? Or because, you know, really, I mean, she is literally standing on one leg. The blue one looks like because the angle is like this, where the blue girl, she's going like this. So it looks like perhaps there's like the red one jumped and the arrows are signifying her speed. Like she goes like really fast and then car crashes here. This is the impact zone. Boom. Look at the reverberation of the body language on the blue one. I think I'm onto something, guys. I think I'm onto something. This totally makes sense. This totally makes sense now. But this picture, this artifact is captured in a moment of the car crash, so they can report to insurance. This is good, man. This is good. This is okay. We figured it out, guys. We've totally figured it out. It was totally like a maximum speed. Yeah, you can see it, man. You can totally see it. Now I'm pretty convincing, right? This is why I'm a content creator. Look at her neck, and she's like, oof, you know, sweat drop. Yeah, man, this is it. And she's all like, ding, kawaii, I love you. Okay. Okay, that's enough of this. I think this is good. This is good. But anyways, the spine is definitely the big one. Two axis rotational twist at a 90 degrees. So 90 degrees Z axis, 90 degree Y X axis. It's pretty amazing. Anyways, oh man, that's hilarious. This one's my favorite analysis. I think I'm gonna get a lot of points for that one, for sure. Ice says, my wife is wondering why I'm laughing so hard. Lol. Feels bad, man. Oh, Wind Rider. This is a lolly too. Don't know if they're gonna be releasing her. I'm not a big fan of lollies. I mean, if they got an incredible like 3 skills, I'm gonna pull for them regardless. But in terms of like design wise, I couldn't care less about this one, to be honest. Like, her head is way too big. There is no hint on a camera angle shift, so this is not like a top down angle, but her head is like this. All right, there's no hint on it, and if anything, this has to be like a low angle looking up, because the moon is here. So this has to be at least a low angle looking up, but I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. Or it's a fisheye lens. So the fisheye lens, that like, because her body is kind of curved like this in a way, but it doesn't really make sense, because how is her head that big still? Like, I don't get it, unless it's a fisheye lens. But her neck is like this, puny. Her body is timid, is very small. Look at this. Like, so if you follow my red lines, right? Hip, legs. Although the leg proportion is actually not that bad. Oops. This one's a bit off. The leg proportion is not that bad. She has a little satchel. That's why it threw me off there. It's like that. The knee's like right there. Yeah. But the head is huge. The head is huge. Definitely not proper proportions. This one is like, the arms are like that. Yeah, she's very small. She's very small. The head is huge. That is pretty crazy. Do Rod of Amaryllis. It's your fave one in terms of design, says Mipple. Okay. Yeah, no. Drago's grim. Lollies in general have big heads. Yes, I 100% agree. And then this is why I'm just like, because I'm not a big fan of lollies, so I would skip this one. Other than, like I said, if she is like insanely good hero, I would still go for it, because I prefer function over form. Alexa's basket, I'm not going to talk about this too much. I never liked Alexa that much in terms of like a hero design, and also her personality. I don't like it in a couple of the side stories, but you know, yeah, sure, I'm gonna kind of skip that one. Violet Talisman, Torn Sleeve is Bikin. This one is pretty good. I like Bikin. That's why I'll do it. Bikin is pretty good. She's always been pretty, I guess you guys would call thick. I say beefy. Beefy, even in the Guilty Gear games. And then Smilegate did a really good job of actually replicating it. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, the legs here, leg man. You got this little meat. This little piece of meat down here. That little dip, which is nice. I love that aspect. This is obviously in her robe thing. So your legs is kind of invisible here, but yeah, she's got pretty beefy legs. Kind of like I don't know if you guys ever watched this. I'm dating myself with my show references, but you guys ever watch a Xena? Is it a Xena Warrior Princess? The legs here remind me of that. I think it's, yeah, Xena. Yeah. So the Baiken, we don't need to talk about this much. I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory. And then Baiken looks cool. Her face looks cool. Yeah, right? Is it Warrior Princess? Yeah, Xena Warrior Princess. Okay, so you guys are making me feel a bit better because you guys actually on stream know what I'm talking about. This is Rod of Amaryllis. Mipples, this is your favorite one? Let me see. Proportion-wise, she's got model proportions, I believe. I do think so. Obviously, I don't think she's like super attractive. I never like these kind of like onesies that she's wearing. Like the onesies are kind of a no-no for me. But proportion-wise, I mean, her head is like this. Let's see, 1, 2. I'm gonna try to draw 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, is it 9? Nah, the heels usually end. So she's an 8 head. So she's definitely a model level. In terms of proportions, definitely. Yeah, I don't know, man. Not what to say about her. She looks kind of pretty, I guess. If she's gonna come as a hero, though, in terms of just look, I don't like it. Although one thing to note though is that her cape has the same kind of style as the Straze. So are they in the similar levels in terms of power? But she's like for good and Straze's for bad. Their cape, Straze's has the galaxy. Like you can see the galaxies within his cape. And she can too. I just noticed that now because I never really looked at her that close. That's not a cape? Well, whatever, you know what I mean. The draping thing, right? Shimadra staff, this is a guy, right? This is a dude? Yeah, this is definitely a dude. He's like a Sez looking dude. This guy's a dude. Okay, let's go. Celestine. This is Diane. But Diane is so conservative, so I think other than like she's very pretty, I don't think there's not much to talk about on this one. It's more like half-dressed draping. Oh, I see. Draping? Is that what you call it? Isn't draping what you say for curtains too? I think we will. Protein, I think we will. Queen Diane. I think she might be like ML Diane or something. I think so. Yeah. Yeah, the nun Diane definitely is. When she first came out, the Diane, I was like, what is this? Like, she didn't look that special or whatever. Other than that, she's actually so good. Otherwise, I wouldn't have really cared. Idol Cheer, I never actually really liked this one. I feel that Tamarine's face in this illustration looks really flat. It's to do with the eyes, because the eyes are literally, like, there's no, like, they didn't bother giving, like, any curvature to the eyes. So from this axis, this nose axis in the middle, you can see it's really flat. Like if I like literally drew a circle like this, you can imagine it on a flat plane completely. And that's what I don't like about it in terms of it. And maybe it's because of the cross-eyedness too. But generally, like if they were meaning this to be like more circular, if I draw it like this, you guys will start seeing like the form. You see the face? It should be more 3D like that, right? But the eyes are giving the illusion that it's not 3D. The face is too bright. Yeah. Oh, that could be it. You're right. You're right. Actually, the lighting could make it. The lighting would be a good excuse. Yes, if it's a hard-hitting light, it does flatten faces. That's why in studio lighting, if they do like models and stuff, it is usually like there's like backlight and then the one on the side, but opposing lights. So you get one softer, one harder light generally, and it sculpts the face more. Yeah, you guys are right. The face is too bright. That's probably it then. That's probably it. Otherwise, you know, I never looked at Tamarine. I actually really don't like her voice. Listen to my song. I'm like, and then it's like, go away. I'm scared. And I'm like, no. But she's so OP, you can't not use her. That's the thing. Before she was like, what the frick? 911. Although I do have to say though, they're still giving her some like hips. So I mean, Smilegate is not. They're not hiding anything. But she needs a bit of curves. Otherwise, she's really not attractive to me. Nice voice acting. Hey man, I'm a A-grade voice actor. Bloodstone. Ooh. Do we have any vampires in the? Oh yeah, we do. We got Haste. Is Baal a vampire? We got Haste. She might be a cool addition to the vampire family. I do think that. Yeah, she's a lolly too. Yeah, she is actually. Let's just take a look again. Like if you take a quick look at the head. Head's about that size, but then her legs are like about the same size as the head. Like that's the thigh. So yeah, she's definitely like a small. It would make sense though because in most vampire lore they don't age, right? So it's like it depends on how Epic 7 will spin the vampire lore, but generally like in animes I've seen like the vampires like when they turn, they stay the age they turn. So she may have been turned when she was young. Let's see here. As I took a bite of the fruit, a red liquid spills out. Wait, as I took a bite of the fruit, a red liquid spilled out. Instead of the copper smell of blood, the sweet scent of fruit emanated from it. That's a weird artifact description. That's a first person speaking. It feels like it's a. I feel like they should rewrite this. This doesn't feel like a background. It just feels like a. It just feels like a. I don't know, a really cheesy synopsis for like a novel, but that no one will ever buy. I never read this. I never read the artifact background on this one. But the first person, it's a pomegranate. Yeah. It's a bloodstone. Dun dun dun. Song of Stars. I don't have this artifact, as Zonasagi pointed out. She's like, what? You don't have that artifact? Yeah, I don't have the artifact. I do like her though. I mentioned this in another stream that she does look like she has like the Chinese qi pao. So if you're Chinese, you know what I'm talking about. But it's that kind of traditional dress. But then she's very. It's a very again like it's. I mean she's not wearing much underneath. You guys see the slits there. So they kind of give you these hints. And she is playing one of those music. I forgot what it's called. Also in Chinese. Yeah, qi pao. Yeah. That's how you spell it. But this instrument is also a Chinese instrument. I forgot what it's called. I used to know it. That's gonna drive me insane. But anyways, so she might be like in a Chinese descent. Her hair tie, too, has a lot of Chinese influence too. So it's kind of cool. Gu Zhang. Is that what it is? No, I think it's something else. If I hear it, I'll know it. I think it's something else. Yang Qing. Are you guys all Chinese? If you guys are, they're all writing in the English transliteration. Anyways, yeah. Otherwise, I think she would be cool as a hero. Definitely really cool. Like I mean, she's a ranger exclusive. She'll most likely be a ranger if she is a hero. A bard, you know, that would be cool. She needs shoes. I'm actually okay with her not having shoes. I think that's fine. I think it adds to this character. You know, maybe she's not playing outside on the street, right? Based on how she's dressed, she's probably playing at like some really high expensive VIP club, you know? There's one in ETG called Gangzhen. Oh, maybe it is Gu. Wait, maybe it is Guzhang, because Batzilla is saying that in Enter the Gungeon, there's a pun called Gangzhen. Gunzen. Hey Pierre, welcome to stream. Guzhen. Oh, is it Guzhen? Is that how you say it? Okay, maybe it's Guzhang. Maybe it sounded weird. Maybe it's Guzhen. I think it's Guzhen. It literally means, I think, ancient needle, or maybe that Zen is not needle. But anyways, whatever. I'm getting sidetracked. Let's cover this. I think I'm gonna end on the 5-star artifacts. Holy crap, this has been a long video. This is an hour long just talking about the 5-star artifacts. Wait till we get to the 4-star artifacts. There are a couple one I want to see. Oh wow. I opened this up. I just noticed this skirt shot for Yuna. We already know that her S3 animation. I think there's like a literal like frame. Someone on Reddit, I recall seeing someone on Reddit like actually took a literal frame where it showed that she wasn't wearing anything underneath, or something. Was it actually, like, do you actually see the underwear? I'm not quite sure, but this one is interesting because I can't scale this one up. But here I'll show you guys. The legs, right? You follow the leg line, but there's a little line drawn like right there, like this. Do you guys see that? So I'm gonna erase the one I just drew, but that angle there, that suggests something else than a leg, you know? Oh, it's the underwear. Oh, same with the Katie's? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Wow, some people really go frame by frame. Oh man, that's crazy. I never knew that. Yeah, but I just noticed it. I mean, this leg is straight. The right leg, left leg on the screen is straight down from the skirt, but the right leg, left leg on screen does have that little dip. So there's definitely a change in the, like, what it's trying to show. So I think they did it on purpose, obviously. I mean, that those details that the smile gates leaves us, interesting, very interesting. Otherwise, I mean, Yuna's not really like shy in terms of like anything. If you've actually looked at her hero, in a hero journal, I mean, this is just too much. Like right here, that is like, what? That skirt just riding up there. Anyways, this is again not a hero science class. Back to artifacts. We'll close this off quick. I think we're almost at all the 5-star. Iron Fan. I never liked the art of Iron Fan. Wait, also check on what's on her bag. You talking about? Ooh, hey, she has an unknown on the bag. I didn't notice that. Didn't someone say someone has an Archie on their bag? Oh, it was Angelica, right? Angelica's skin. I think it has a KZmer says Katie's is really stealthy. Search old Mercedes S3. She got nerfed too. What happened? Yeah, Archie, right? Archie was on the Angelica skin on her backpack. Iron Fan, I'm not gonna comment on it too much. I don't like it. I've never liked the Iron Fan one. I don't think this looks like the Bologna that I like. I mean, she tries to be, but I think her eyes are too big proportionally, so she doesn't really look like the Bologna. She has the same like the seductive eyes, like the small. Make it look like she has her eye scratched out. She has the smaller eyes, but then in the hero, but this one has like longer eyes, so it makes her head proportion look all weird. I don't like this one as much. And then the body pose and then the background, and I'm just like, okay, I don't really care about it. In my opinion, this one could be has way more potential. I mean, if you're a back person, I guess you get to see her back, because I don't think you usually do. No, you wouldn't usually. So yeah, not that great. And then wait, what? It's weird because the unknown looks like the one that killed her father in the video. Oh yeah, so why would she even keep it, right? That's a good point. Litica one, the art one for this one I'm fine with. The crest in the back, which, you know, is kind of like a stainless window, I think that actually appears in her S3 too. So this kind of ties pretty well, I think, for Litica. But Litica armor, blocking a lot, and her S3 for the hero S3, definitely one of my favorites. That look she gives, man, holy crap, man. Every time I look at it, I'm just like sweating. This one is pretty good though. Okay, so this looks like the real Bologna. You look at the I don't know what it is. Look at the face. Do you guys see it, or is it just me? Do you guys see it? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I can't really put it into words. But this looks like the real Bologna. Whereas the Iron Fan one doesn't actually look like Bologna. Now, I actually have... someone brought it up to me that in the Seaside Bologna hero profile picture, that this dress she's wearing, it is transparent, right? But, like, there's no hint that she is actually wearing anything. I highly doubt she's not wearing anything. That doesn't make no sense because she's usually pretty, like, you know, she blocks a lot of stuff. So, like, if you take a look at it, I'm gonna compare it with the hero so you guys can see it. Compare it with the hero. I'll bring up Seaside Bologna. Seaside Bologna. My eyes are bad. I see Bologna. Okay, where's Seaside? Where's Seaside? Oh, down here. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so someone was saying that this is definitely transparent, and then her hands are blocking like the anything. So in I think in Corinne's swimsuit skin, you actually see like the string to her bathing suit, but for Bologna it's not there. It's actually not there, but at the same time it's transparent because you could see her leg here, right? So it's kind of interesting. Someone brought that up before, and I'm like, huh, I don't know. I never really thought about it that way, because they said that, whoa, this is lewd. It's really lewd. And I'm like, no, she looks like she's dressed like she has like a lot of clothes on, right? But anyways. And then, let's see. I think we're on the last one. I think we're done. So, sorry, 5-star ones? Yeah, and then proof of valid. Yeah, so we are done. So it is. Yeah, this has been a really long science class. Hopefully that you know, in this science lesson you guys actually saw some like anatomy things, like proportion, like how to draw. Again, coming from like an art background, it's pretty interesting to be able to dissect this with that. But yeah, maybe I'll do 4-star ones. There's a couple 4-star ones that have similar spine problems. But I have to say though, Rnl takes the cake. I never noticed the leg going outwards on the left. So yeah, but I'm going to end this one here. So this is Science Class with Jagan. If you guys have Discord, check out the Discord server. Follow me on Twitter and subscribe to YouTube if you haven't. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.